Hello, hello. Today's reading is from Mark 6. And I'm going to start in verse 35. And it'll be a story that you recognize, but the Lord's been putting something pretty cool on my heart regarding this. So I'll share with that with you in a little bit. But verse 35 says, "Late in the afternoon, his disciples came to him and said, 'This is a desolate place and it's getting late. Send the crowds away so they can go to the nearby farms and villages and buy themselves some food.' But Jesus said, 'You feed them.' 'With what?' they asked. 'It would take a small fortune to buy food for all this crowd.' 'How much food do you have?' he asked. 'Go and find out.' They came back and reported, 'We have 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish.' Then Jesus told the crowd to sit down in groups on the green grass. So they sat in groups of 50 or 100. Verse 41, Jesus took the 5 loaves and 2 fish, looked up toward heaven, and asked God's blessing over the food. Breaking the loaves into pieces, he kept giving the bread and the fish to the disciples to give to the people. They all ate as much as they wanted, and they picked up 12 baskets of leftover bread and fish. 5,000 men had eaten from those 5 loaves. Immediately after this, Jesus made his disciples get back into the boat and head out across the lake to Bethsaida, while he sent the people home. Afterward, he went up into the hills by himself to pray. During the night, the disciples were in their boat out in the middle of the lake, and Jesus was alone on land. He saw that they were in serious trouble, rowing hard and struggling against the wind and the waves. About 3 o'clock in the morning, he came to them walking on the water. He started to go past them, but when they saw him walking on the water, they screamed in terror, thinking he was a ghost. They were all terrified when they saw him, but Jesus spoke to them at once. "It's all right," he said. "I am here. Don't be afraid." Then he climbed into the boat, and the wind stopped. They were astonished at what they saw. They still didn't understand the significance of the miracle of the multiplied loaves, for their hearts were hard and they did not believe.